And I know that I'm loud, so I could go without this completely, but anyways. If you didn't see, my hoodie says, the last thing that Roma said to Thomas as she's dying, and it says, stay with him. That's why she was like, oh. Anyways, so this is my standard FanX question actually. When is a time that you were recognized unexpectedly that was like impactful when you realized what you were doing in the world?
Oh, I was just gonna say that anytime, like, there was one instance, it's always like really sweet when people come up and say hi or say they watch the show, but unlike another, like, probably like a superhero movie or something where people come up and they're like, oh, I love the movie, can I get a picture? And that's kind of it. With us, this story is so important to millions of people's faith, so it's a much deeper connection. Like, people will come up and we've had several people like cry with it, and it's so sweet that like there's that kind of bond between us and the fans. But the ones that have, some of the ones that have really stuck out to me are when kids come up and recognize us, or I had a young girl with cerebral palsy like myself who just got cast in her first play, and she talked about seeing little James in this show made her feel like she had a place in this industry. So that was something that meant a lot to me. So those always are really special interactions.
Yeah, for me, one of the first comments and feedback I was getting when we started with the show was a father came up to me and said, thank you for allowing me to understand my child more. Because when they were, I'm gonna try not to get emotional.
You're welcome for the Kleenex, you got it. That's why I contributed that.
And like Matthew, I'll stare at something while I tell the story. Their child was watching an episode and Matthew kind of popped on the screen and they said, Matthew's just like me. And that father explained that it allowed them to connect and communicate with their kid more. And then from then on, I got countless stories. I was recently in Brazil premiering season 4, and I had someone there tell me I didn't even know what the term for autism was until I watched the show. So thank you for doing that. So those are moments where I realized what the impact of The Chosen is around the world and for everyone here.
Jesus wept, it's okay. Jesus wept, it's okay.
We're good.
Also, you're just like looking down. My absolute favorite moments are children. Anytime I get a chance to talk to kiddos about it, but usually it's a good reminder whenever people say, which I wasn't expecting. You do a project. Each one has a different meaning, goal, is why you're doing it. And so I just was not expecting the comments of, thank you for doing the show. It's allowed me to find my faith again, or it's led me back to my faith. And what's important to me about that is as I started talking to more people who were giving me the same comments, it's different faiths. So it's not even one faith, which I personally really appreciate. It's maybe not even a religious faith, it's just faith in whatever, faith in life, faith in just living, faith, there's so many, everyone has their own different backstories about it and what faith means to them. And I can talk about faith. I love faith. I love discussing it because we all have a different connection to it, I think. And even with my castmates, I love talking about it too. So no matter what kind of faith they find, it's nice to know that what we're doing, what we're creating, is helping people with finding that.
Amen.